Started.
Great. Hi, everyone. My name is Alicia. I am your guide and host for this channeled energy healing meditation hour. Today, we're working on improving brain health and cognitive function. And so let's just get started. Take a few deep breaths to kind of get calm and unwind and oxygenate your brain. Just a few breaths at your own pace. And with your intention, join the group field with an open heart, open mind. We connect through the navel, we connect through the heart. We're all networked in together. The energies are starting to come in. If you're new, you can just sit back and relax and just listen. If you're more familiar with how we do these group healings, feel free to lie down, relax, go into a really relaxed state. I'll bring you back in about 45 minutes to an hour. Try not to fall asleep. You'll be coming kind of in and out of consciousness. Most of you will feel sensations all throughout your head as we call in energies to work on different parts of our brain. Let's start with bringing in a little bit of divine fire to burn out any parasites, viruses, anything hostile that's in the brain that doesn't need to be there. So just a few minutes of bringing in some fire. And I breathe a little bit funny just to keep myself focused and present so I don't go cosmic on you. You may start feeling tingles all around the crown of your head, behind your eyes. And whether you can hear me or not, it doesn't really matter. The energies are still coming through. There's been 6 of us channeling into the group field also this morning. So you may have felt some symptoms, so to speak, before this healing actually started. So just a couple more minutes of bringing in that fire to burn out anything that you need that doesn't belong organically in your brain. It could be a virus, some bug, parasite, anything that's causing kind of inflammation, not organic to your brain. As that continues, for anyone who needs it, let's add in a transmission to help us detox the brain. Energies are definitely running. My ears are going deaf. I'm feeling tingles on my face, on top of my head, around the back of my neck. So as that detox transmission runs in the background, let's start opening up any pathways, clearing and opening any pathways in the brain that have any obstructions, blockages, anything like that. Any areas where you've had bumps, concussions, injuries, traumas, any cold spots in your brain. Start healing, clearing, regenerating all those areas, opening those pathways. All pathways in the brain. We're opening, clearing all the pathways in the brain. Neural pathways, lymphatic pathways, cellular pathways, energetic pathways. If you're having a hard time settling down, drink some water, take a few deep breaths. Our goal and objective is to optimize your brain structure and your brain function for optimal cognitive health, cognitive flexibility. Okay, now let's focus on optimizing and transforming the different brain components. We'll start with your frontal lobes. You may feel some pressure in your frontal lobes. Your frontal lobes are involved in your planning, organizing, problem-solving capabilities, your attention, your personality, your insight, any voluntary movements, your memory. So we're transforming and optimizing your frontal lobes. They govern your emotional traits, your language, speech, storage of your motor patterns, your inhibitions, your judgment. We're adding in the parietal lobes that process your sensory input, your discrimination, your body orientation. So we've activated the frontal lobes, the parietal lobes. Let's add in your occipital lobe so you can process visual information better. Add in the temporal lobes, processes your smell, your short-term memory, your right lobe, your left lobe, your auditory receptive area, how you express language, your behavior, your visual memory. Let's add in a little bit of balancing and optimization of your left and right cortices, your left and right hemispheres. Let's start with the left, which governs your ability to problem solve, do math, analytical thinking. We're optimizing your left and right hemispheres. Balancing them, we're aligning them. Let's add in that right cortice, governs your ability to be imaginative, to synthesize information, to be artistic, holistic, conceptual. Might be feeling pressure behind your eyes. Let's add in the Corpus Callosum. It helps us transfer information between the left and right hemispheres of the brain. Let's transform and optimize that for peak cognitive function. Let's add in the limbic brain now. Let's start with your amygdala. So optimize and transform that amygdala. It's responsible for our deepest emotions, fear, rage, pain, pleasure, reacts to any punishment, any behavior related to our survival, sexual arousal, gives us desire to nurture the young, the helpless, triggers our fight or flight response. Let's clear that one out and optimize it, transform it. as we're clearing and transforming this amygdala complex, it should make you less reactive. Very good thing. Some of us go into fight or flight or freeze or faint mode way too easily. As that amygdala complex continues getting healed, let's move to the hippocampus. Focus on the hippocampus. This is where we hold good memory. We record memory of events, objects. The left and right hippocampus. Auditory short-term memory should improve. Your visual short-term memory should improve. Any special processing, any symbolic digital processing. Let's add in the fornix. This allows the left and right hippocampus to communicate, to coordinate activities. Let's add in the olfactory system and help you process smell a little bit better. So we're clearing and transforming to optimize your olfactory system. Helps you process smell better. You might start salivating a little bit more. You may get a little bit of tension in your jaws. Let's add in the cingulate gyrus. It's like a big relay center for your limbic system. It's your interface between your conscious and your subconscious. Let's clear and optimize that. We're still in your limbic brain. Might feel nerves being triggered all around your face, around your neck, in your mouth. That cingulate gyrus, it's a site where you where your emotions, your feelings, your working memory, your attention, it all flows together. It's where you suppress your feelings of anger and rage. To that limbic brain system, starting with your mammillary bodies. Let's clear out, transform, optimize mammillary bodies. That's where we store conscious memory, where we control behavior relating to eating, taste. Let's add in the left limbic. And the right limbic. That right limbic controls your interpersonal, emotional, musical, spiritual, talker kind of modes. That left limbic controls your conservative planning, being organized, very administrative in nature. Let's optimize that. Balance that left and right limbic. Let's do the same for the stria terminalis, which passes information from your amygdala to your hypothalamus. Let's clear and optimize that. Let's add in the thalamus. This processes all your sensory input except for your smell. And all this goes to the cortex, has a profound influence on your motor and your cognitive function. Controls your facial expressions. Stay with this. This is the thalamus. And add in the hypothalamus. Your hypothalamus controls your pituitary gland, and therefore your entire endocrine function in general. Make sure the energies connect the brainstem optimally here. As that continues, let's spend a couple of minutes unhooking anything that's feeding into our brain from any other realm or dimension, any kind of negative force, negative energetic. We ask to unhook that from us and us from it. We ask to remove any negative programs, negative implants, anything inorganic to the human brain, anything that slows down our function, deteriorates our brain health. Anything from other realms, any intra-dimensional hooks. All negative programs, break them down and unhook. As that continues, let's optimize our blood-brain barrier. Wherever that's been deteriorated or not optimized optimally, if it's not working optimally in your brain, we're asking to optimize the blood-brain barrier. Very important. Any energies necessary to rebuild that blood-brain barrier, we ask to bring those in now, rapidly. As that is being rebuilt, also regenerate any area of your brain right now with any energies that you need, healing chi, divine source, multidimensional magic, whatever you need, bring it in now. Regenerate your brain now. The physical and etheric brain now. Including any brain chemicals that need to be rebalanced. Activate all brain interfaces and all brain glands. Activate all brain glands. Optimize all your brain interfaces, all your brain interfaces. Physical and energetic, known and unknown. We're optimizing your synapses, your telomeres, your brain stem cells, any hormones, neurotransmitters now. Wherever you need it, however you need it. You may be getting really cold. You may be getting a little bit of hot flashes. You may feel tingling in your fingers and toes. You're optimizing your brain, youthening your brain, giving you excellent cognitive function. Repairing anything that's been degenerated in your brain. Anywhere in your cortex, in your limbic brain, your limbic system, your amygdala complex. Let's add in that reptilian brain complex. Let's work on all the ventricles now. It's very important to activate those ventricles. They produce that cerebrospinal fluid. Your lateral, third, fourth ventricles, all your brain ventricles. Clearing and optimizing them now. You may feel a spin, you may feel a little bit dizzy. We're activating all 7 spiritual brain ventricles now. Brain glands, spiritual brain glands, physical brain glands. We're optimizing and activating them now. Let's add in the cerebellum. We're still in your reptilian brain. Cerebellum governs your coordination, controls your voluntary movement. Let's clear that out and optimize it now. Basal ganglia. All the nuclei in there. Your basal ganglia, it's responsible for controlling a large part of your subconscious, kind of automatic movements in your skeletal and your muscle. Let's clear and optimize that now. Just have a few more minutes to go. Let's bring in that brain stem. Optimize the brain stem, whole brain stem complex. The midbrain. Governs your nerve pathways for your cerebral hemispheres, your auditory, visual, reflex centers. The pons controls your respiratory center, your mouth, your facial sensations, facial expression, your chewing, your eye movement, your inner ear coordination, your hearing. Yes, to transform and optimize that now, please. Let's drop down to the base of your brain, your medulla. That base of your brain is also your cosmic energy receiver. We use that the medulla to direct life force energies. Definitely, let's optimize that now, very quickly. All of this that we're activating today, clearing and optimizing, it'll continue for 72 hours. So don't worry if you need a little bit more help. It'll continue working for you for the next 3 days. That medulla crosses over your motor tracts, your cardiac center, your respiratory center, your vasomotor center, controls your coughing, your gagging, your swallowing, vomiting, your head movements. As that continues, let's move to your spinal cord. Clearing, transforming, optimizing, whatever you need in your spinal cord. Spinal controls your motory, your sensory, your autonomic function. All sections of your spinal cord, the cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacral. Let's stay here for a few minutes. Probably feeling tingles all over your body. Your eyes might be twitching, your ears might be ringing, you may have pressure and tension, maybe more saliva than normal in your mouth. As that continues, let's ask for any rewiring and optimizing of the brain in any area where you need to upgrade for genetic coding, any rewiring for your ancestral genetic coding. This is our final step. Any genetic modifications that you need, any genetic upgrades that you need, any kind of ancestral genetic things that, that are impacting your cognitive function, your brain health. Ask for that healing now. Just another couple minutes and we'll start integration. Very important step, working with the genetic codes, the DNA, genetic reprogramming for your brain, for your cognitive function. Everything else is still running in the background. Let's add in just really quickly a little bit of optimizing your synapses, how your synapses function, which should help you become a little more psychic, more sensory. Optimize those synapses and optimize your neuroplasticity. We're still upgrading the genetics. And for the next 3 days, I'd like to activate an additional brain de-armoring, a brain de-armoring energy. It will instruct your brain to tell your body to release tension. Brain de-armoring, next 72 hours, your brain will instruct your body to release physical tension wherever you need it. Okay, that's been activated. That brain de-armoring, it's like a special elixir, it's like a special energetic potion. Just will instruct your brain to tell your body to release tension. Anything else that you may need specifically? Just 60 seconds, anything that you need specifically. You can set an intention, or you can just stay surrendered. Source knows what you need. Your higher self knows what you need. You might need to release some pain. You might need to call in some healing chi for any physical damage. You may want to call in some energy to improve your mood, your happiness. Energies to correct any degeneration. Improve your mental clarity, your memory. Energies to help proper gut-brain signaling. Everyone has something different. You may want to stimulate your lymph drainage from the brain for the next few days. Maybe improve some brain circulation so you get a little bit more oxygen, blood flow to your brain. Maybe a little bit of mineral balancing in the brain. Maybe a little bit of extra cellular memory clearing. It'll be different for each one of you. Some of you may need a little bit more detoxing over the next 3 days from any heavy metals, pesticides, any amyloid plaque. You may need to have your kidney energies brought up a little bit more. Weak kidney energies kind of slow down our cognitive function. Let's make sure that continues for the next 3 days as well. All right, let's start integration. You should feel a little bit of counterclockwise spin around your feet, under your feet, kind of through that earth star, those chakras beneath your feet. And it just counterclockwise will start moving up and tingling through your toes, your feet, move up, 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 towards your knees, And the spin is like a counterclockwise, anti-clockwise spin. It just brings everything out of space and time where we made all these changes, and it brings it down into reality, brings it down into the 3D, into the physical body. So the counterclockwise integration, very, very important step. Counterclockwise spin, your knees, above your knees, your thighs. To your root chakra. And slowly up your spine, up your chakras, your gut, your solar plexus. You might feel temperature fluctuations, a little bit of buzzing, a little bit of tension throughout your body. We're integrating all of this, catching up your brain, your nervous system, your consciousness, your psyche, your entire life field. Anti-clockwise vortex spin, moving up, 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 up your chest, up through your heart, your chest, your shoulders, your throat, your jaws, up your head, ears, entire face, crown. And the vortex just spins anti-clockwise, bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger outside of your physical body. An integration vortex for yourself and everybody in the group field. I'm keeping you a little bit over an hour for the healing. It's really important to do this integration. I recommend you not drive. Done a lot of work on the brain, the nervous system. You may feel a little bit woozy, a little bit dizzy. Just take it easy, stay hydrated, relax. Nothing too sensory overloading. Hope you have a lovely Independence Day weekend if you're in the US. Tomorrow is our Independence Day. Spend lots of time outside, fresh air, sunshine. Take advantage of the summer season. Go for a nice walk in nature this weekend. Remember, these energies are going to continue for 3 days. I hope most of you sleep better, sleep really well, deeply, soundly. We did a tremendous amount of clearing and transformation. I didn't think I'd have time for all of it, but we definitely have time for all of it. And as the integration spin, that vortex is continuing. Let's ask for shields and 12-dimensional protection, higher protection, magical interdimensional protection for our brain. I'd love for you to stay on for a few minutes after, maybe share some of your experiences today. I'd love to hear how the healing is going for you in general. Just a couple more minutes, we need to keep integrating. sure most of you know this, fasting, intermittent fasting or 24-hour, 36-hour fasting is such a magnificent way to stimulate cognitive flexibility, to have a really sharp mind. We'll talk a little bit more about that after the healing. An occasional fast is very, very powerful, very deeply healing, deeply physical and spiritually transformative experience. This integration is moving like a lot of energetic residue still. If you're visual, you may be able to see lots of kind of flotsam and jetsam just kind of all around you. Just kind of floaters all around you. It'll continue for the next few days. And if you want it to continue for more than 72 hours, all you have to do is ask, set your intention and ask. The group field never dies. It's always active. And for some of you, this is a very powerful healing. You may need to do it a number of times. For some of you, a number of times, and for some of us, with just regularity, like a monthly tune-up. Do this kind of cognitive function meditation. Just at night, before you fall asleep, just turn it on in the background. You don't have to pay attention, just welcome the energies with your intention, plug into the group field, open heart, open mind. And you can do that for any of the healings that are on YouTube. All right, Dawn, if you could stop the recording. Thank you, everybody. I hope you make it in 2 weekends. Our next healing is on gut health, from the rooter to the tutor. We're going to be working on all this gut-brain connection, all the mucous membranes. So that's not next Saturday, but the Saturday after, from the rooter to the tutor, all your gut brain, gut health. It should be a very good healing, very good healing. So if you have digestive issues, elimination issues, sinus issues, kind of throat, all the mucous membranes, that's what we'll be doing. Anything wet inside, basically. That's what we will be healing and clearing and optimizing. So I hope you join us. And then at the end of July, we will have a healing on clearing out hurt friendships and attracting good friendships, because you can never have enough good friendships. So, and that's for Friendship Day. It's International Friendship Day at the end of July. And so Dawn and I thought that would be a nice topic for everybody. So I hope you all can make it. Okay, Dawn.